So, yeah, as some of you will have noticed in the past couple of days, well, at some point, I think probably early Thursday morning UK time, the subscriber count ticked over to that magical 100,000 mark. So thank you very much to all of you who have listened over the past couple of years and subscribed to the channel, as without you, obviously that's not going to be happening. So to celebrate, I'm going to do a little bit of a giveaway. So this giveaway is going to take a number of forms, and there are obviously therefore a number of available prizes. The first set of prizes that are available will be appearing on your screen right now. So for those of you who like something that's small, easy to store, but naval themed, and or you like stamps, the Royal Mail, the post office, last year in the UK, they did a limited edition run of Royal Navy stamps, and as you can see, you've got the Mary Rose, the Bond and HMS Queen Elizabeth, HMS Warrior, Sovereign of the Seas, Victory, Dreadnought, King George V, and HMS Beagle. So I've got a few first day covers, as can be seen here. I think there's 4 of them. So if you happen to want that, that is prize option 1. Next, there's a whole series of naval books. Some of them a bit more general, some a bit more specific, and some of them have been used to research videos that have appeared on this channel. So you've got The Tsar's Last Armada, which was part of the research material for the videos on the 2nd Pacific Squadron and the Battle of Tsushima. There is Target Tirpitz, which, well, it's basically the story of just how much stuff the British had to throw at the Tirpitz to make it go away. And then you've got the imaginatively titled Bismarck, which, shockingly enough, is actually about the Bismarck. So, yeah, this was part of the research material for the video on Operation Rheinübung. So, yeah, if you happen to want that, there's that available. If you're more of a slightly more artistic bent, then there's Painting War, which is about the combat art, and that's not the art of well, it is actually technically the art of combat, but not in the sense of fighting, a bit more in the sense of painting. This was a book that was kindly sent to me by the US Naval Institute Press, and has actually been quite the interesting read for me, but is now probably time for somebody else to enjoy as well. Then the slightly more modern undertakings of Phoenix Squadron, a relatively unknown British carrier air operation in the Central and South American regions back in the Cold War era period. The Illustrated Guide to World Submarines is next, if you happen to be of a more underwater persuasion, which is... well, it's okay if you're in a submarine. I rather doubt it's a particularly long-lived activity if you're outside of one. And then finally on the book front is a part of a journal series which I highly, highly recommend. This is the Warship journal series. It dates back quite a way, back into the late 70s and early 80s. And for those of you who aren't aware what this is, it started off as a quarterly publication, then became a yearly journal, and the journals were sort of collected together each year anyway, but now it is just purely a yearly journal. And effectively what you get is lots of very interesting, very capable naval historians writing in with various articles that go into a lot of information about ships and people and designs and tactics and such that you will struggle to find anywhere else, or if you do, you won't find them in as good detail from as reputable sources. They're incredibly useful, and if you want to know the contents of any given one of these volumes, pop on over to the Dreadnought Project, or just search Warship Journal Dreadnought Project, and there is a page there that will tell you exactly what articles are in each volume, and which author wrote the given article. So definitely worth a look. I've been incredibly lucky in that some very, very generous subscribers have actually donated a number of copies of various Warship Journal books to me. Don't worry, I'm not scorning your gift by giving them away. What I'm actually doing is I've taken the subscribers' gifts and I've used those to complete my collection. Near enough. I still can't find Warship 2006 or 2008 for a price that's something along the lines of reasonable, but never mind. But everything else is now complete, and these are copies that I had ordered shortly around before or around about the time that I was actually offered them for free. So these are my spare copies, bought for and paid for by me. Since, as I say, the copies I was given are occupying my shelf quite happily, and all of these are available as individual prizes if people so desire. And then we have penultimately a large variety of 1 to 700 scale Warship model kits if you happen to want to build one or more of those. So as you can see in the picture there, which ships are available, and those are all there ready to go. All of these, of course, can be shipped out, well, I wouldn't say necessarily anywhere, but practically anywhere. I think shipping to Antarctica is probably a little bit out of it, unless I'm sending one of those stamps, but never mind. So yes, that is the penultimate offering, but I'm going to keep that picture up there because the last offering is a little bit ephemeral, in that the very last offering, in terms of a prize, will be, I will guarantee to answer your particular question in the dry dock. So in whichever, not the next dry dock, because I think I've already sorted most of that one, but so it'll be dry dock 79, I think. I will set aside a section at the end to answer up to 4 questions from subscribers, guaranteed as part of this prize, and within reason, obviously. Standard channel rules apply for what kind of questions are valid, and please try not to ask one that's already been answered before. There is a document link in the dry dock description that should help with that. But there you go. So those are the various prizes. Next question, how do you actually win them? You need to respond in the comments and to the pinned post, and within that pinned post, what you need to do is put a single word that denotes the class of prize. So if you want the stamps, you put the word stamp. If you want a book, you put the word book. If you want a model, you put the word model. And if you want a question answered, just put the word question. That's all I want you to do. The competition will run from the date this is going live. So depending on where you are, this is either going to be going live on the 17th or the 18th of January. And that will run through until the end of the 26th. So 23:59 on the 26th of January, and the time being GMT, obviously, because I'm in the UK. That's when I will mark a cutoff. I will take everybody who's put an individual word down. I will then draw winners commensurate to the number of prizes on offer. And then in the dry dock that follows that weekend, I will announce the list of winners for each category and ask them to get in contact with me. We'll sort out the prizes, and if people then don't get in contact with me after about a week or so, I will then obviously offer them the remaining prizes up again. So if you select stamp, it's fairly obvious you will get one of the stamps because they're identical. If you select the ship model and you are selected as a winner, then it will be effectively first come, first serve. So if I say whole list of names and you email me 5 minutes later, you get to choose from the whole list. Unfortunately, if you wait a week or so before you chime in, there may only be one model left. And so on and so forth. But there you go. You get the general idea. Any questions about how that's run, obviously, just let me know. And yeah, thank you very much, guys, so far. Hope you will continue to enjoy the channel in the future as more videos come out, and see you again in another video.
That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you have a comment or suggestion for a ship to review, let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to comment on the pinned post for dry dock questions.